Hi. Okay, well, we've basically finished putting our heater channels on, and there's a couple little bits that need to be welded from underneath, namely just on the underside of this. Needs a little bit of weld. Same on the other side, and a little bit under there. That's still got to be joined on, and there's a piece under here that needs to be put in also. So yeah. So you can see we're separating the floor pan again. Take it off and I'll tip it over on the side. Got these last little bits done, cleaned up. Paint all the underside. And then I'll put my new floor seals on and fold it back on permanent. Actually, I might even paint it, yeah. I might do that, yeah, before I put the floor pan on, because then it saves getting paint all over the floor. So, yeah, that would be a good idea. So, yeah, as you can see, it's rather extensive rust in this. And there's still a lot of surface rust to be cleaned off and treated. I've treated all up inside the channels as best I can. So as mentioned before, I cut these panels off over here so I could get all the foam out of it and treat the surface rust that was in there. And so when I've finished, or actually pretty soon now, I'm going to spray a bit more rust converter. I want to get some in a bulk and put it in a high pressure gun and blow it right up through here, through all the channels, and then I'll blow some fish oil in there. And yeah, so we've got the two bottom corners. There's just a little bit of a grind there and a putty up. Same here, start a putty in that. This here is going to be an issue. I've already put rust converter in there, but I'm going to do it again. You've also got to get around the backs of these pieces, so I think the only way I can really do that is to drill a whole series of holes in the back here, every 6 inches or so, maybe only 3 inches. So I can get rust converter in there and then some black paint. And yeah, and then put some rubber plugs in it. See, the weld goes all the way down, which is a bit untidy just there actually. And anyway, I had to clean up with the grind. That was because this water channel in here has about a 1/2 inch lip, and the water blows straight over that down inside your corner, and that's a big contributor to your water channel sills rusting away and your quarters. So I've completely sealed that up, as you can see in there. I don't know if it was going to be an issue with ventilation, because it probably actually breathes through there, but anyway, you've got windows that can open. So these are quarter windows on the doors too, which is a big bonus. I miss that on new cars. So yeah, we finished off in here. This is a double weld, as you can see. Had to cut the front panel off, this front piece here, so I can weld the channel in behind it to the floor pan, or not to the floor pan, to the heater channel. Then weld it back on. Still got to going to put. I should have done this first on both sides. there's a big hole supposed to be in there, which is probably to access, so for getting your heater pipe, your demister pipe on and off. So I'm going to have to drill that still, and I'm going to put, if there's enough room, a little hole in here, up in here, just like a 8-10 mil, the smallest I can get a rubber plug for. And that's just so that, you know, when I blow paint and fish oil and stuff in there, it can drain out. Because if you fill it up, you get a big thick amount, it will crack, and then you've got it exposed again. So you do need a drain point in there. Also, if it does happen to leak water down in there, I can pull the plug out and drain it. So, anyway, so that's where we're up to. So yeah, I think I will, yeah. I'll finish it off and spray it. Still got a little bit more up here. Got a few holes along this part. And as I've mentioned before, I had this given to me. I wouldn't have bought it. If I'd have bought something, I'd bought something in better shape than this. And I fixed a lot of rust in my time, and I would have to say this has got the most rust of any car I've ever fixed. But it's been a real challenge. But yeah, we're just about done. I'm happy with it. So, yeah. Gets a bit monotonous after a while, but most of the time I don't really mind doing things like this. So, yeah. What I will enjoy is and have enjoyed already, is doing the modifications, making it into a barger. And yeah. Anyway, as I said, I'm about to roll the floor pan out from under it, take it outside and tarp it, and yeah, I'll get this whole body completely finished and painted, and then I'll drop it back onto the floor with some new floor seals. I'll get the roof lining in. I was going to buy a roof lining, but like a proper one, but I don't think I'm going to bother. So what's cheaper and probably better is you can buy a roof lining for new cars, which is already material back with a felt type stuff, felt foam, and you get some spray adhesive, and you got to get a good quality one that'll cope with heat, because you get your roof will heat up in the sun, and if you haven't got a good quality heat proof glue, it'll just fall down again. So yeah, I'll spray some spray adhesive on there, and I'll just stick the roof lining up into it. And there we go.